Well, hey gang, how you doing? It's Jonathan again from Tailhunter International, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico. And this is going to cover all of the fishing action that we've had for the Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet from the 1st until the 8th of September 2018. Summer's over, fall's here, prime time fishing is on, and you know, we're going to actually give you the fishing report a day earlier because there's just so much to tell you about. This past week, weather was fantastic. Just like the week before, had one of the best weeks we've had of the entire season. Now, earlier in the week, we did have some rain showers. In fact, well, what do you call them, gully washers, something like that. In the afternoons, we got some really heavy rains, but the daytimes have been great. And this coming week, we're gonna have to keep an eye on things because it looks like we're gonna get some intermittent thunder showers and maybe some afternoon and evening rain showers as well. So hopefully that doesn't affect the fishing. It doesn't look like the winds are gonna be very strong, so hopefully the fishing is gonna continue on, because I'll tell you what, we had some spectacular fishing this week. Now, not every boat did great every day, not every day was fantastic, but for the most part, in terms of just sheer volume, in terms of variety, what a great week we had. And traditionally the fall, late August, September, October is prime time down here. So let's tell you about some specifics. Over here in La Paz Bay right behind me, once again Dorado were probably 80% of the catch. Now there were some windy days, there was some rough days, some days actually where it really wasn't the best to go out there, but there were Dorado to be caught. Not a lot of big ones, most were about 10 pounds, 15 pounds, an occasional 20 pounder, but there were some schools out there. If you hit the right school, it could be Dorado rodeo time. So for La Paz fleet, you know, we didn't have many people fishing for the most part because, well, there was better fishing at Las Arenas. But you know, if you're fishing on this side, the Dorado, we did hook a blue marlin this week. We also had some knockdowns and some striped marlin. So the billfish activity is increasing. So we're going to keep an eye on that. We also had some tuna come up. You know, we usually don't get the tuna when we fish with our La Paz fleet out here, but we had some 20, 30, and 40 pounders pop up. And I hear outside there's even some bigger fish. So once again, one of those things we're going to keep an eye on. Now, as I just mentioned a moment ago, not many folks were fishing with our La Paz fleet, and the reason was because the fishing was so good over at Las Arenas and Muertos Bay for the rest of our guys. You know, there were some days where they finished fishing by 9, 10 o'clock and then went looking for other things. The tuna were in various spots. Some of these fish were footballs as small as 5 or 10 pounds. Fun fish for the family, fun for first timers. You move to another spot and there were some larger fish, 20, 30, 40 pounders. And then some other spots, those held the big boys, the big gorillas, the big cow tuna. Well, relatively speaking, 80, 90, 100 pounders. We lost most of those fish, but some of the bigger ones we got in were in the 50, 60 pound range. But let me tell you, if you've never had a big tuna on, you know, try being in the hot Baja sun with a line that's stretching and tweaking, and you're on it for an hour or two. It's a workout, and some of the guys were up to it, others passed the rod off. They knew when to hand things off, but what fun. We just loaded up on the tuna this week. All yellowfin tuna, like I said, they range from anywhere from 5 to 60, 70 pounds, plus some bigger Dorado in the 15, 20, 30 pound class. We also had some wahoo. We had, like I said, there was some really unusual stuff out there. Pargo, cabrillo, we had a big dogtooth snapper come up. And the rooster fish, just like last week, this week once again, you know, the guys finished early. They went looking for some other species. And, you know, we haven't had a lot of rooster fish this year, but I think in the last 2 weeks, we've probably caught more rooster fish than we've caught the entire season. There was one day this week, I think we caught 5, another day that we caught 6 or 7, and there were double and triple hookups as well. These fish running a respectable, I say respectable because they get really, really big, but 40 to 80 pounds is nothing to sneeze at. We've got some great photos to show you. Take a look at the gallery this week. I think you're going to be really blown away when you see the quality of some of these fish. It looks like things are going to continue on for this coming week. We're going to keep an eye on possibly those rainstorms, hopefully not a lot of wind, but that's going to wrap it up so you can look at all the rest of these photos. That's going to wrap it up for our Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report for the 1st until the 8th of September 2018. Thanks for checking in. Please subscribe. Be good to each other. God bless.